Freelance work has been my secret for the growth in my career from engineer all the way to CTO. My experience would be way smaller without it, and I wouldn't be able to do my full-time roles so well without it. If you don't know me yet, my name is Gregor. I am the founder of Engineering Leadership Newsletter, and in this video I'll be sharing how to start with freelance work as an engineer. Alright, so let's first start with why should you do freelance work? And I mentioned this a bit in the beginning, and I wouldn't be able to grow in my full-time career from engineer all the way to CTO without it. My experience and my overall perspective has grew immensely because of it. And I wouldn't be able to do this without, doing coaching and mentoring, without doing, projects, without doing also consulting with different companies as well. And I like to tell this example, which is like, if you're working on the same thing for 5 years, then you will have like limited perspective. But if you work on multiple things for 5 years, then you will have really broad perspective of various different topics, various different challenges, and you're going to be able to solve like new challenges a lot faster, especially for people that are in certain company and they're working on a very niche type specific projects. If they don't try and go through and expand their horizon, they will be just limited to that specific context. So I think it's extremely powerful if you get perspective for the various and different things. You see what works and what doesn't, and over time you're going to be increasing your experience so much more. And also this is a good example about why it's so important to do freelance work. Software engineering is not about just finishing tickets and tasks. It's about understanding the problem, getting to know the domain, thinking about a solution, then building the simplest solution to solve the problem. And you can't learn how to do this only if you are just working with tasks, with tickets, and you don't actually think about is this actually the best solution, is this actually the best thing to do this, and so on. And this was my response on this LinkedIn post, which is problem solving is key, and that's why doing some sort of freelance work is what I suggest to every engineer. You can't just pick a ticket and hope that the client is automatically going to be happy. This is what you learn. You learn about good communication. You learn about organization in general, good planning. You learn about doing consulting, because you're not just a builder. You're basically you are expected to deliver work that your client needs, right? And in 99%, they will actually ask you to do something, but it's going to be a wrong solution. You need to find what is actually, the simplest solution, what is actually the best solution for the client, what they are looking for. And you only learn that if you are actually responsible for full projects from start to finish, and you're also doing communication, that can be with clients, stakeholders, etc. So how do you start with freelance work? There are 3 different types that for freelance work that you can do. And obviously the first one is contractor work. This one is if you want to do part-time or full-time work as a contractor, you normally join a team. There are already engineers there. There may be also like other types of cross-functional members there as well. And as I mentioned, you can do full-time or part-time. The second type is project work, though that's the type of the work that I did the most as a freelancer. And you can do work for non-technical clients, technical clients, companies from various different industries, and so on. That can be websites, web applications, desktop applications, mobile applications, etc. I did basically a combination of all different types of work here. What I did and what worked really well for me is when I, especially in the beginning of my journey as an engineer, I said a lot more yes than no. And what I did was Whenever I took a new project, I learned a lot from it. I learned a new framework. I learned what I need to do to build this project from start to finish. And that's how I increased my perspective immensely. I wouldn't be involved. I wouldn't actually be doing any kind of like a desktop applications if I wouldn't be, building a desktop application for a client. And then the third one is coaching, mentoring, consulting, advising. This is also a really amazing way to do freelance work. I like to say that when you're teaching, when you are helping others, you're also learning. And especially, consulting, advising, this is something that you get perspective on various of different challenges that companies are facing. And it has been extremely useful in my career. Especially in my engineering leadership journey from team lead, engineering manager, head of engineering, VP of engineering, and then to CTO. I wouldn't be able to do such a great job in these full-time roles without me doing consulting, advising with other companies as well. So this is how to start, right? Always start with something. You need to build credibility in some way first, right? So if you don't have like a lot of experience in finishing projects, or in a lot of experience with full-time roles, try to do something for free first. And the reason is that people are going to come to you a lot more easily if you can already show that you have actually finished types of projects that your clients are looking for. So building credibility is extremely important. That can be in anything, also in coaching and mentoring, consulting, advising. If you can showcase that you have did this with a couple of people or a couple of companies, people and companies are going to be more prone to work with you. So yeah, that is the second step, is getting that social proof, getting testimonials. That you can do it, and if you have that, companies and people are going to be a lot more prone to working with you. And that goes to the third part, which is show what you've built. That can be either a landing page, that can be a website that you share to your potential client. That can also be just sending them a list of websites that you have done, something that you can inspire trust with your client about yourself. What about scaling your freelance work? So once you get the first clients, you can use sites like Upwork, Fiverr, Freelancer.com, TopTal, or other. I personally haven't used sites like this for scaling my freelance work, because I got a lot of clients came from mouth-to-mouth recommendation. So what I did was I did a great job with one client, and then that client recommended me to 2 to 3 other clients, and that kind of like went a long way. And it even got me to a place where I got so many people reaching out to me that I couldn't I needed to say no to a lot of these requests. So I didn't. That's why I didn't use these sites. But if you wish to scale further and you wish to have more clients, those are some other ways. I especially heard some good things about Upwork, but can't really say my personal experience with them. But for coaching and mentoring, I heard a lot of great things about these sites, and I would that would be also my recommendation. Personally, again, I haven't use them, but I heard really good thing about Mentor Cruise and similar sites like that, which is like the hardest thing about getting your coaching clients or getting the people who are going to ask you either for a consultation. You need visibility and you need people to find you, right? And if you're not doing actively like any kind of writing online, social media, any kind of posts on social media, it would be hard for people to find you. Of course, you can do if you do have already a certain coaching clients, it's a lot helpful if that mouth-to-mouth recommendation goes a long way, and if you do a good job with one, that person is going to recommend you with a lot of others. But having a site like that's already people are looking for people that are experts in certain areas, and this will be great for your visibility. The third thing is, if you're doing projects, it's a really great way to kind of like team up with a certain person. If you're an engineer, work together with more product manager, business and marketing, sales minded person, some person that can help you with getting more opportunities, getting more projects, and that has worked really, really well for me. I teamed up with a person who was really, really good at talking with clients, managing multiple projects, and we worked together for a long time, and we did so many projects together. The fourth thing, what you can do, if you have so many projects, you can potentially create your own agency, a product, or a specific niche service, whatever works, and whatever you've seen is working for you, right? And obviously, it's an interesting road to take. I didn't decide to go that route, and the reason was that I then grew to become to team lead, engineering manager, etc. And I focused a lot more on engineering leadership roles, but that was really that was on my mind to potentially start my own agency. But once you do projects for clients, you can see what kind of asks and what kind of problems these companies or people are facing, and you can build a certain product based on that as well. So potentially, like if you're working with a lot of like travel agencies, you can potentially see what kind of challenges are these travel agencies working with, and then you can build a product just for example for those travel agencies, and that can be extremely a good way to find like a good product. And also, the fifth part is start building your social presence and writing online. This is crucial because that's how you can scale. It's going to be hard for you to get continuous inbound requests if you don't build credibility, social proof, and show to everyone that how great you are. And that's where writing online, writing a newsletter, being active on LinkedIn, X, or something else can go a long way. You need to build some sort of like a personal brand that is going to showcase that you're an expert in what you're doing. And if you do that, you're gonna get people are going to come to you instead of you needing to reach out to others. I hope this was helpful to you. To learn more, you can subscribe to my newsletter. It's called Engineering Leadership. There are more than 150,000 people already reading it. I publish 2 new articles every week. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you on the next one.